Hey everybody, this is Mugen_Ketsuki, and today we're bringing you a second video. Shout outs to Brooks Gaming for sending a engineering sample of the next product that I will be reviewing. Again, this is an engineering sample, meaning that it's still in its early testing phases. The product will be coming out soon. I think they're accepting pre-orders for the product, but I'd like to introduce you guys to the Sniper 2 from Brooks Gaming. Now you're wondering, what may be this device? Well, you have the power to go on either PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and I believe mobile to be able to use mouse and keyboard support for the systems natively, which is amazing because this has actually been something I've been wanting to have for some time to test out. So you have 3 USB ports. I don't know if you can see them. It's kind of hard to pick up on my camera here, but you have one which is for gamepad, which you need to hook up a native first-party controller, from the console. This one would be the keyboard slot, and then this one would be the mouse slot. You can use wired or wireless keyboards and mouses for this, and there's also 2 separate USB Type-Cs, one to power the actual device on the console itself, and then you have a secondary port to give it more external power if need be. So today, again, I'll be reviewing the Sniper 2. I'll be showing you everything that there is needed to be known about the product, of how it works step by step. So let's get straight into it. Alrighty, so a little bit of information about the Sniper 2 on their official website. So as we see here, it says the Sniper 2 is estimated to ship in late June. So again, it's up for pre-order as it states here. The website does state that it does keyboard and mouse support for the PlayStation 5, Xbox, Switch, and more, which I had mentioned before. It might do mobile as well. Plug and play, no controller needed. 1000 Hz polling for ultra precise aiming, turbo macro, and remap via software, which is done on a mobile app on a cell phone from my understanding. And if we click on this slide here, can confirm that it does Android and iOS, so that's mobile for the phones itself. So that is amazing, as always, from Brooks to be able to support a device like this for, again, native keyboard support for said device. And again, see here we have the cell phone app that it seems like you can change the sensitivity, probably change the button layout on the controller, so on and so forth. Primarily this is targeted to FPS games, but I believe you can play regular games on this as well. So again, we will get into the actual hands-on review for the Sniper 2, and we'll take a look at the software that is on the mobile app. As always, we need to make sure that the actual device itself has the latest firmware update, so we're going to do that now. Alright, so it seems that we are connected. Latest firmware update. And then again, this is just rule of thumb. Just make sure anything that you get from Brooks, if you have the latest firmware to work with all your devices, so on and so forth. And we are done. So there we go. Alright, let's get into the next step. Alright, so here we have the actual OSD of the actual dongle, and showcasing now the mobile app, which is the Brooks Sniper 2 app for the phone. You can also use it on your tablet and your computer as well. So I'm just showing a little basic of the features here, that you get to control anything from the mouse sensitivity to the ADS, to the anti-recoil, to the dead zone, even inverted X and Y axis of the mouse. Also show the keyboard here, which shows like the basic control scheme that it has pre-set up for a set console that we are currently using. At the time I was using the PlayStation 5. And then also the gamepad, it can also be customized for like dead spots, dead zones, you know, vibrations, swap the left and right thumbsticks, so on and so forth. So wanted to give a brief overview of the app on the phone. There's some other stuff on here, like you could change the color scheme of the actual dongle itself, you could change the language, you can update the firmware from here as well, and you can also upload your own control scheme up to the server. Alright, so now I am showing the PlayStation 5 settings that you need to turn on in order for you to use the dongle. So make sure the communication method is set to USB cable mode so you can actually get the Sniper 2 to actually work with the actual device. Also, rule of thumb, as they mentioned in the guide, that you have to make sure your sensitivity is up to 100% within the game settings so you can have full utilization of the mouse itself. So right away, as you can see, I am testing out the keyboard and mouse. Feels very nice, as if I was playing on PC from the actual console. And it's a little time for me at least to get used to, because I'm not normally primarily playing on the keyboard and mouse for first-person shooter games such as Call of Duty. But it's nice to know that it works very smoothly, it's on point, it's very precise. The pulling rate definitely does help for it to be like little to no lag on the actual dongle itself, so that's always good. Here I'm just still testing it out to see like if I could just do like small micro clicks for the actual shooting. Alrighty, then we should be going to the Xbox Series X, where I am testing out Gears of War Reloaded. Again, same thing, you hook up the dongle, you have to change the settings, make sure that the sensitivity for the camera normally is at max, anywhere from 100%, as in here it's 30. So I made sure to change the look, target, and zoom sensitivity on the camera, so then the mouse can pick it up very easily and quickly within the Gears of War application. And as you can see, it's not as fluid as it is on Call of Duty, where it's primarily all first person. Gears of War is a mix between third and first person view, so you're going to get the slow dynamic camera changing when you go to, like, you know, ADS or aim down sight mode, or you're stuck in first person view when you're using certain weapons like the sniper rifle, or you're using, like, let's say the Hammer of Dawn. So other than that, the keyboard and mouse, again, it's a very nice addition to have as a switch over, just in case if you're kind of tired of using the controller and you want to change things up a bit, you want to give the aspect of possibly seeing how it feels as playing on PC on console, so to speak. Many people might not like that, but it's good to have. It's options is always the best thing, because there's some gamers out there that prefer only keyboard and mouse. Some people only prefer, you know, joysticks. Some people prefer like the weirdest concept. Like I've seen weird macro controllers, like third-party macro controllers. So, you know, at least Brooks is making it very adaptable for anyone, for any preference. So there's like legitimately no excuse. Right here, we're still testing out the game for the keyboard and mouse. Again, there's no problem, everything converts over. And also with the Brook Sniper app, you again can change the layout. They have a pre-default setting per console. You can label it to, let's say, like Gears of War, or if you're on the Switch, you could label it like Splatoon, or if you're on the PlayStation, you could do like Fortnite or Call of Duty or whatever your first-person game that you're playing. So you can have like your layouts for said things, so you don't get like the same controls mixed up when you're playing. I think here is when I switch on over to the Nintendo Switch 2 to try out some Fortnite. But beforehand, I also show in the settings you have to go down to controller accessories and you have to enable the option for Pro Controller wired communication. That will allow the Brook Sniper to be, seamlessly turned on within the console, so there won't be no issues or interruptions. Alright, I joined a Battle Royale lobby in Fortnite on the Switch. I am very unfamiliar with this game, but for the sake of this video, I thought that I should try, again, a very popular game that's widely spread across all consoles, especially on the Nintendo Switch too. So I'm just waiting for the game to queue up, but pretty much the layout is somewhat the same across the board when it comes to all the consoles from what I've been understanding. Like, you could use the WSAD for like up, down, left, right. They have the escape button as the home button, the tab button as the back button, space button is normally to jump, C button, either to enter or back out. So it's pretty much similar across the board within the three consoles that we had tested out today. Alright, so now we launched into the game. Once I land, I will be showcasing the sensitivity of the actual game itself. And again, it all depends on preference, whether if you put it to 100% for the sensitivity or if you keep it at default, because this game primarily, a lot of people will use controller compared to keyboard, but for the fact that you can even use keyboard and mouse and not have to use controller for this, I think that's good. Alright, we're about to land here. And then I know once I land, I go into a small transition of getting the gun so I can test out the actual controls itself. Yes, here we go. Sorry for my crappy skills. Again, I am not a Fortnite player by any means. Alright, here we go. And again, like, just aiming, just in general, is the same thing with the right click to zoom in, left click to shoot. Very simple, very easy. You have a lot more precise controlling when you use a mouse and keyboard though, which I have noticed. Compared to controllers, a little bit of like, I wouldn't say like delay, but there's no like immediate, like instant movement compared to using an analog stick. But again, to each of their own. You're shooting a couple things, couple environments, so on and so forth. Running into the battle. Apparently my partner is in trouble. I think he gets downed and I try shooting, but I completely mess up because I ran out of bullets at some point without even realizing. But yeah, as you can see, it's very easy. You just gotta get used to playing on keyboard and mouse. That's the only thing. If you're not primarily a PC user and a console user at the same time, it could kind of throw you off. But this is a good stepping stone to get yourself into possibly in the future wanting to play PC gaming with having this dongle. As you can see here, I'm just struggling. I don't have no bullets, so that's always fun. Alright, so we're gonna end it right here. Again, I'd like to shout outs to Brooks Gaming for allowing me to be a part of the Brooks Creators program to be able to review things for you guys. And again, shout outs to Beast1x5, who's also a partner within the Creators program. He also has his video up, which I'll probably put somewhere in one of these corners here, so don't quote me. I don't know which one, but it'll be on one of these corners here. So again, thank you guys ever so much for watching today's video. I will be back with another special surprise from Brooks Gaming with another review. Until then, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.